ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VFG Movie Reviews with your host, Tim Williams. How's it going, guys? Welcome to VFG Movie Reviews, and this is my review for A24's Priscilla. I have to say, I like seeing two different versions of kind of the same story, but told by two different directors. I like that. We had Elvis, directed by Baz Luhrmann. Yes, a very different movie to this, which is directed by Sofia Coppola. To see a different dynamic played out, and you can think what you want about Elvis Presley and Priscilla Presley's relationship, and a lot is touched on in this movie. I think should be told and left up to the audience to decide what was real, what was not real, if there was bad things that happened. I'm not going to use the word that I should be using, because that word is just thrown around so much nowadays it's losing meaning. I'm an Elvis fan. I'm more of the Elvis lore fan and everything. I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. Like, I literally worked probably 10 minutes away from where Elvis performed for half of his career. And to see like it to play out. And this is a big thing that focuses on that when Elvis met Priscilla was underage, and did they or didn't they? This movie plays it out that they did wait, and Priscilla herself said Elvis never did anything with me until she was of legal age. He was nothing but a gentleman, and courted with her father and the whole 9 yards to it. And you can make your own assumption. You can say she was lying just to protect Elvis, or you could say Elvis was a fucking creep that banged out underage girls, which is possible. Anything's possible. He was a massive celebrity. He diddled everything. So, with all that being said, let's break out what this movie is. And this movie is shot just beautifully. The story of Priscilla, the story of her wanting something different. She was bored living in Germany, and she didn't like that lifestyle, and she ended up meeting Elvis Presley, and Elvis took a shine to her, and she ended up moving into Graceland. And from that point to that point, basically you see in this movie that they basically did groom her. There's a scene, and I fucking hate using that word, I really do, because it's used so much and it loses strength as much as it's been used nowadays. There's like a scene where she's playing with a dog, and one of the girls is like, "Oh, you can't be doing that, you have an image to uphold." And then Elvis telling her, "Oh, I need you. You can't have a life outside of Graceland because I need you when I need you." And that is an interesting dynamic to play for. And what does that turn you into? And he did give her drugs at an early age and everything else. And it is like, I mean, all celebrities to a T are scumbags. Like, let's just be honest. There's a very few that are cut and dry, nice people that aren't scumbags, but like the majority are fucking scumbags, right? And I liked seeing that, and this movie takes us all the way up until she told Elvis she was leaving, and the drive away with, I believe it's a Dolly Parton cover, which I really like. We have Carly Spreen playing Priscilla. We have Jacob Eldro playing Elvis, and Charlie, she is so tiny. She's 5'1" compared to the other dude, and that just makes it like perfect, because you could kind of see his dominance over her. And when she finally decides enough is enough, and he was a cheater. She ended up cheating also. I actually just had a lively debate with one of my friends about that he feels it's wrong that she's being buried next to him, and I don't, because she was still there for Elvis. And even though she couldn't be with Elvis, she was still there for him with their kids, with their kid, and everything else. Like, she, deep down, she still loved Elvis. And she was there with him, still being in his life and everything else. And I feel she should be buried. It's Elvis and Priscilla Presley. Of course, they should be buried next to each other. I really did like everything that Sofia Coppola did in this movie. Everything looked so prestige when it came to the design. Her little heart necklace. It's funny, they show the Las Vegas Hilton sign, but then in Baz Luhrmann's it was the International with the Star Trek experience, which they never even, it wasn't the International when Star Trek was there, it was the Hilton when Star Trek was there. It's kind of one of those small little gripes, but I like that. I liked seeing two different things, two different perspectives, two different everything. I really did dig this. This movie was badass. If you guys haven't seen it, go out and see it. It is really fun, interesting look into Elvis's career. They did not do anything with the Colonel. You just hear him mentioned a couple of times, but it's kind of interesting that maybe they didn't use his character because he was so much featured in Baz Luhrmann's. They're like, we don't want to compete. But where does this lie with my 5-star review scale? The story is a 5. I love the story. The cinematography is a 4. The characters are a 4.5. The design is a 4, which brings our total to 4.375. Guys, if you like this movie, leave a comment down below. If you didn't like this movie, leave a comment down below. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. I'd sure appreciate it. Want to hit some milestones by the end of the year. We only got about a month and 2 weeks left. I'm hoping to at least get to next plateau. Let's see how it goes. Thank you guys so very much for watching this review, and I will see you in our next review. Bye.